guys, this is my September-October cinema reviews. Sorry it's kind of dark. Hopefully I'll just be like this for the September part, because I'm filming this at the end of September, and then I'll film the October bit, end of October, blah blah blah. Anyways, I only saw 2 films in cinema this month because I was on holiday in the States for most of the month, so I guess I'll talk about those in a little more depth than I usually do. On the 28th, I saw Elysium with Matt Damon, which was from the director of District 9, which I loved. So I was really looking forward to this, although I'd heard a few mixed things about it. But overall, a few problems aside, I really enjoyed Elysium a lot. I thought it was a really cool concept. I really liked the world that was built. I think that Neil Blomkamp, I think is his name, the director, is really good at world building. And I liked Matt Damon a lot. I thought it was a little heavy-handed in terms of the metaphor of, the upper class and the poor people kind of thing, but also just in terms of like I don't know, some of the scenes, the flashbacks when he met his kind of love interest, or the girl, were a little bit like much for me. They were kind of pushing it a little bit, but otherwise, yeah. The guy from District 9 and A-Team, his name I can't remember, was really awesome. As the bad guy, he was really cool. When his, spoiler alert, face got blown off and then reconstructed, that was fucking awesome. Yeah, Jodie Foster was really cool as the kind of other bad guy, I guess. I like seeing her in that role. Yeah, and it's just, looked fantastic, felt kind of fantastic. A little slow at times maybe, but I really liked kind of what they did with it, and also the kind of the whole like brain transfer stuff was really cool. Like I liked when they downloaded it from the guy from Prison Break to Matt Damon. I really liked the fact that it was like, had to like connecting, and then it was like downloading, and it was like complete like a real actual like computer, even though it's set in the future, not just like done like in some movies. Anyways, that was cool. Yeah, so Elysium, thumbs up from me. Not as good as District 9, but overall, see it if you haven't, or I guess catch it on DVD at this point, or Blu-ray. And then finally for this month, I saw on the 31st, which is today when I'm filming this, Kick-Ass 2. I didn't love it. It pretty much had the Mark Miller effect on full force here, which is basically Mark Miller, who wrote the Kick-Ass comics and other stuff, just likes to pile shit on top of shit, with no real weight or meaning, and just likes to do things for the sake of shock and awe, which was the case with the Kick-Ass 1 comic, but it was a little more pared down in Kick-Ass 1, and I thought that comic was okay. Kick-Ass 2, like, the motherfucker just shoots a bunch of kids in the comic. He doesn't do that in the movie. They did pare it back a little bit, but it was definitely like, especially in the second half of the movie, it was like, spoiler alert, I guess. It was like, okay, we're arresting all supervillains, superheroes. Kick-Ass's dad is in prison. Oh, Kick-Ass's dad is killed. They attack the funeral. They kidnap Dave. Final fight, it's just like, with no real kind of like meaning or sense of anything. Chloe Moretz still good, but the novelty of like Hit Girl, she's not a little kid anymore, has worn off, I think. It was cooler in the first one, seeing like a little kid be a badass. I mean, she's still really good, and I like Hit Girl, but it just wasn't quite the same. And the whole, like, I don't know, it's supposed to be a normal guy who's trying to be a superhero, but suddenly he's like, well, not suddenly, but with some training in the second one, he's like a good fighter, and it just didn't make sense to me. It took what was like good about Kick-Ass 1 and just threw it out the window. I hated that Katie, played by Lindsay Francesco, was like in about 2 minutes and then just thrown out the movie. I know she was busy filming Nikita, and that takes, obviously you can't just like skip out on that for a couple months, but I wish at least she could have like been in like a bit in the middle and a bit in the end, maybe, just to kind of give us something to do in the movie, as opposed to being just there and like outraged, and then he's like gone, and then he goes and hooks up with Night Bitch. It was just like, because I loved her so much in the first one, and I was just like, I can't believe that they just did that. And it was like they kept saying like, this is a comic book, and this is the real world, this isn't a comic book. But the Mother Russia chick can rip police doors off cars and like throw lawnmowers into police cars that kill people, and Hit Girl can take an adrenaline shot that makes her like suddenly like amazing at fighting in the end. Like, what the fuck? That was not. That's not the real world. That's Iron Man. That's Batman. That's Green Lantern. That's not um, Kick-Ass. Okay, that's it for September. Sorry about the ranting. Peace. Okay, so this is September segment. Again, didn't see a ton this month. Still getting back into the swing of things. On the 18th, I saw Rush with my brother. Excellent film. Loved this a lot. Stylistically, looked superb. Beautiful looking film. Chris Hemsworth was great. The guy who played Niki Lauda, whose name I can't remember, was fantastic. Yeah, just really enjoyed this one. Great story. Only thing I wish they hadn't put, I guess spoiler alert, I know it's based on a true story, but I didn't know the true story. I would just wish they hadn't put the bit where Niki Lauda burns up in the car in the trailer, because that came fairly late in the movie, and I wouldn't have known about that otherwise. And I was kind of waiting for it, you know. But otherwise, yeah, really good. And I liked in the end credits they showed the real Chris Hemsworth, whatever his name was in the movie. I forget now. Just to kind of, it was a nice giving it some. And then same day I saw Jurassic Park at the Prince Charles. Yeah. Aces, loved it. Jurassic Park was and is a fucking treat and a half. You know, little problems here and there. Obviously the whole thing where the T-Rex come from and then it becomes like a slope doesn't really make sense. But that was always intended. That was never like, not a continuity error, I suppose. Or it's a continuity error done on purpose for the sake of excitement or narrative over continuity. Yeah, just top quotable film. You can't go wrong with Jurassic Park. I think it's still really fun, exciting, funny. So many great lines in it. Just me and my friend pretty much can just have a conversation where we just quote Jurassic Park to each other. You know, it's great. We can make it if we want. No, we can't. Then on the 25th, so About Time, the time travel rom-com, I guess. Yeah, really good. Really enjoyed this one. The time travel logic, I think, if you think about it too much, doesn't make sense really. And I really enjoyed all the stuff with Bill Nye. He thought he was terrific. Kind of thought it would just be about the romance. Didn't realise there was going to be all that father-son stuff in it. So I really liked that. And I liked as well kind of the consequences of time travel. If he went back to save the player as opposed to meet Rachel McAdams, and then he went to meet Rachel McAdams again, and then kind of realised, oh shit, I haven't met you yet. You don't know who I am. So yeah, that was good. I liked it a lot. Recommend it. About Time, very cute, very funny. And then on 28th, saw Blue Jasmine with Kate Blanchett, the new Woody Allen film. Yeah, I liked this a lot. Kate Blanchett was very good in it. In fact, the whole cast was terrific. Really, yeah, she just killed it. As far as her performance goes, it was amazing. As far as the film, when it kind of felt like it started, like it ended where it started. So you kind of think, well, what was the point? But it was almost like it was more about how she got to that place, I suppose, with the flashbacks and stuff, which I liked. Although it's kind of done in this slightly jarring way. So when the first flashback happens, I didn't realise it was a flashback, and I was like, wait, does she have like a twin in another part of town? And I was like, oh, duh, yeah, flashback. Yeah, Woody Allen. He's doing good stuff recently. I think he's done some really good films. Not as good as Midnight in Paris, in my opinion, though. So yeah, that was it for September, and the month before September, which is August, obviously, so I'm really tired. Yeah, so I'll see you for October, November. Gonna be a good one. Peace.
Subscribe, motherfuckers. Yeah, bitches.